So welcome back, my name is Fauzia Muhammad. We are going to continue from where we stopped before in the last class. So we are going to continue with HTML paragraphs. So the HTML element defines a paragraph. In HTML, any number of spaces and any number of new lines counts as only one space or only one line. For example, we have this P here. We are having this paragraph. In the first line contains a lot of lines, second line in the source code, third line, but the browser will fourth line ignores it, fifth line. So but if we write this in our VS Code, it will not show exactly like this on our browser. Rather, it will be on a straight line, because that is how paragraph works. Let's try this on our VS Code to see the output. So here is our P tag. This is a paragraph with multiple So let's run this on our browser to see. So here it's showing on only one line. So that is the example of what I was trying to explain just now. So if you want your browser to display it exactly the way you input your text, use the pre tag instead of the P tag. Now you use the pre tag to make it exactly how you want it to be. So let's come here and change this one, or rather let's copy it, paste it here, then make this one the pre tag, and then the pre opening tag, and then the pre closing tag. So let's take a look at how it will be here. So you see the first one is appearing in one line because it is a P tag, and the second one is appearing in multiple lines because it is a pre tag. So that is just the difference between the both. So, and the next one, we have the HTML styles. So HTML styles means setting styles to HTML elements that can be done with style attributes. We have the syntax here. The style is the name, the property, and we have the value. So types of HTML styles. The first one here is HTML background color. The background color property defines the background color for an HTML element. So e.g., we have the body, we have the background color red. So why we are specifying this background color in the body is because we want all the documents, all the screen should have the background color of red. So now we are specifying it in body, which means all the screen is going to have a background color of red. So style background color red. So you know every other tag is inside the body, and only the tags inside the body will display on our screen. So now we are specifying this style tag in the body, which means all the screen is going to become background color of red. So here is the outcome. Here it is. We now have the background color of red on our browser, on our web document. So the next on our list is HTML text color. The color property defines the text color for HTML elements, e.g. the body. We have the style color red. So just now we talked about background color and the background changed. Now we are talking about the color, which means the text color is going to change. Here we are having text color as black, so we can specify it here. So this quotation mark means every other write-up inside, every other style inside the quotation mark is contained by this style. So, and then this column is separating the property and value, while this semicolon is separating the first property and value from the second property and value. So let's set a color to it now. We have the color red. So let's see how it changes to red. You see, we don't have any other text here apart from the image and the link, which means setting this color to red and also the background color to red is wrong, because when the color changes to red and the background color is also red, it means it is now inside the same color and it will not take, it is taking effect, but because it is the same color, it will not give you what you want to see again. It has mixed together and it will become like blank, but it is still taking effect. So let's try to see. If I highlight something now, you see I'm still seeing my text, but because the color is red, I can no longer see it, but my text is still there. So why not specifying it to white instead, to see our text. So our text is now white instead of black when it was default. So the next on our list is HTML fonts. So the HTML font family property defines the fonts to be used for HTML elements. So here we have the body, the style, font family, sans serif. So here our text is serif. If you notice something, our write-up are having small curves with them, so that makes this our text to be serif font family. So now we are going to change our font family to sans serif. So after changing it to sans serif, you can see that it won't have the curves anymore. So it is now a normal text. It won't have the curves anymore, so it is now a normal text without design. So the next on our list is the HTML text size. So the font size property defines the text size for an HTML document, and to do that we have the font hyphen size 20 pixels. So we are going to do the example of font size now, where we will have the font size here. Let's make it 40 pixels. So let me come here and refresh. So our text is now bigger than how it came by default. It is now very big. So I'm going to reduce it. Let me reduce it to 20 pixels. Yeah, it's okay now. So, and the last but not the least is the text alignment. So the text align property defines the horizontal text alignment for an HTML element. So here it is giving us an example of text align center. Then our text is at the left. It is showing here at the left. So specifying it to text align center will make it to align at the center. So here it's aligning at the center. Same goes to right. We can make it to be text align right, and our text will be going to the right. So here is so let me make it back to center so that we can have our text at the center. So, and that is all for the HTML styles. This HTML styles is going to be very more explainable, understandable, and usable when we'll be touching CSS. But for now, we are only talking about HTML and only HTML styles. So we have HTML formatting elements. HTML formatting elements were designed to display special types of text. Some types of HTML formatting elements are HTML bold formatting. Using the B tag, we can make our text to be bold without any extra importance. So let's try to use this B in our web documents. So I am going to make my P tag to be bold, or let me make this first to be bold. So I'm going to add my B tag here. So it is not a self-closing tag. I have to just cut the closing tag and paste it after the first, since I want only the effect to appear in the first. So here only first is having a bold text and the rest are having the normal text of paragraph by default. So same goes to HTML strong formatting. The HTML strong formatting element defines strong text, but with added semantic strong importance. So the bold is not having any importance while the strong is having importance. So that is just the difference between the bold and the strong formatting. So here let me have my strong here. Strong is not also a so here is bold, first is bold. So they are just having the same effect, just that the strong is having extra importance than the first. HTML italic formatting. The I tag, HTML italic formatting. The HTML I tag element defines the italic text without any extra importance. The HTML emphasized formatting. The HTML emphasized formatting, which is the EM element, defines emphasized text with added semantic importance. So these two also do the same effect, just that the first one is having extra importance while the second one, which is the I, is not having extra importance. So I'm just going to try the I. So I'm going to make our sixth heading to be in italic way. So it's also not a self-closing tag. I'm going to close the tag after the text I want to format. So here, so the sixth heading is now in a formatted way, which is it is now in an italic way. So we have the small formatting. The HTML small elements defines the small text. Okay, HTML marked formatting defines the marked or highlighted text. So let's take a look at this small. Okay, let me use this small here. This is my third. I'm going to use small. So I'll just cut the closing tag and paste it here. So here, third is smaller than the rest. So you see, this is my third heading, but this third is a bit smaller than the rest of the write-ups inside the third heading. So why we have the marked heading, which is I am going to mark is here. So let me just use my mark. I'm going to mark is and my. So when I refresh, you see is and my is in a highlighted way. So the next is the deleted formatting. The HTML del element defines deleted or removed text. So to do that, we need to use this del element. So let me delete something. Let me delete multiple here. So I'm going to use my del to delete multiple here. So multiple is now having a line through, so which is the browser is telling us that multiple is no longer in our sentence. So we have the subscript formatting. The HTML sub element defines the subscripted element. From the right up here, from the example we are having here, you can see that the subscript is below the rest of the text, while the superscript formatting, which is the sub element, this defines the superscripted text. The subscript is coming down while the superscript is going up. So to do subscript, we need to use this sub tag, and superscript text needs sub tag. So let's take a look at it here. Let me give this one our sub. And give this one sub. So let's go and check it in our browser. So here we are having first coming down and second going up. So that is all we have for the HTML formatting elements. So we have the HTML comments. HTML comments are not displayed by the browser, but they can help document your HTML. With comments, you can place notifications and reminders in your HTML. So with these HTML comments, you can place notifications. You can use it to help remind you of something in your code. So comments are also great for debugging HTML, because you can comment out HTML lines of code at a time to search for error. You can add comments to your HTML source by using the following syntax. So here we are having the arrow left, the exclamation mark, and our hyphen, 2 hyphens, then your text inside, and then same goes here, just that the exclamation mark is not in the right part of the comment. So note there is an exclamation point in the opening tag, but not in the closing tag. So let's try our comments here. Since the comments are not displaying on our browser, let's try it here. So let's try writing something. Below is a paragraph. Let's check it on our browser if we can see anything like below is our paragraph. So we are not seeing anything like below is our paragraph here, but without this exclamation mark, without this comments, this text will show on our browser, and here it is. So with comments we can hide some text on our browser. We can also use to document and then use it for debugging. So HTML colors. HTML colors are used to set colors to our HTML documents. We have three ways. We have the colors by name, we have the colors using RGB, red, green, blue, and we have the colors using hexadecimal values. So color can be set by name using color name, e.g. yellow, red, pink, among others, which we've done. We used red, we used white on our documents. So using the RGB now, which is the red, green, blue, each parameter defines the intensity of the color between 0 and 255. So 255 is the highest value for our RGB. So for example, if we are having 25500, which means we are having red, because 255 is the highest and the rest are 00, we are having red as our color. So, and if we are having 02550, which means we are having green as our color, and if you're having 00255, we are having blue as our color. So let's take a look at it on our code. Let's use it on our code to see how it works. So let me give this H2 a style and then color. Let's change the color of the text. So let me say RGB, let's give it green. So which means we are having 0 here, we'll be having 255 and then 0. So automatically the code will show you that you are having a green color. So when I refresh it, we'll be seeing our green color here in our H2, which means we've changed the color to green. So same goes to blue. I will just have to add 0 here and make this one 255. So, and our text will now change to blue. So you can play around it by adding some things. Let me reduce this one to, let me say 105, make this one to 50, make this one to be 125 something. So you can see, sorry, I'm making this one 500, which is not possible. So we are having a purple color here. So we can just play around it and have as many colors as possible. So we are having hexadecimal values here with HTML. RGB can also be specified using hexadecimal color value in our form. How? Now we are going to be using it with hash. So it's just same as the RGB, just that this one will be having hash without a bracket. So hash RR, GG and BB, where RR is red, GG is green and BB is blue, and the values are between 00 and FF, which means hexadecimal will be combination of numbers and alphabets. For example, if you're having FF0000, our color will be displayed as red because FF is the highest value and others are set to the lowest value, and the lowest value is 00. So let's try this on the fourth heading using our style, color,